customers and asking them, how can the industry better serve them?
Yes, and I remember when I did this in other of my entrepreneurs that I have in that I survey them, because sometimes like in this imposter system, like I'm charging for that, but when I ask like why, and I remember I start like uh, taking my best customers to have a meal, have some breakfast, and interviewing and talking about of what how do they see the challenge for the next year, and I make this and I pop this question like, and it's like it's going to be very like sounds very crazy, but why do you hire me? Because I have one conception of why they were hiring me, but then listen from their words, I understand their need, what is
Yes.
valuable, and they started like to be like this same cluster in the same customer. Like, okay, I understand
Yeah.
why they are hiring me and what they value, and that's
That's
like
what you double down on.
and that's when I start for the new customers and the new. This is what I
Yep.
can deliver, and this is valuable. If you want this, what's the price that you will pay of making this return of the investment, of having these conversations, of having that, and then you start like making like, okay, I can charge for this because I know how important this for this for them. So money start like, or the price, it's also out of the conversation. Is how we can create. So if you can deliver and do that, we can start like paying more. So
and
so
and,
that's
and
very
it's
important.
the same thing, right?
Mhm.
It's the same thing. So I had one of my my a guy I know, he owns a jewelry store. Jimmy Fafaro, he owns a jewelry store up the road. And I go to him. I've been going over years, and I wanted to buy a pair of earrings for my wife's birthday. Jimmy's like, hey, he's working with me. He brings out a book. Hey, would Mary like this? What about this? Hey, what about this sample? What about this one? What about, like he's working with me, not just, okay, yeah, our earrings are over there. Right. And then he follows up. Hey, how'd your wife like the earrings? Was it a big hit? Yeah, bro. Thank you very much. And so it's those little things that really also justify an increase in price. I'll go back to Jimmy and pay a premium because of how he treats me and how he follows up and how he does stuff. Right. So, keep in mind, there's a lot of things that go into pricing that aren't just about the number. How do you make them feel?
Yes, and it's and this start we start like crossing a new border, or that we are not just in the service uh, business, we are in an
Right.
experience service, because also that's
Oh,
that's another stuff. Like, okay, we think that we're delivering a service that as we do, but okay, we can have this service with myself. I prepare the other guy. It's even better prepared than myself. But then we have like the experience, and that's also very different. And people that, as you say, I'm going not only for the service but for the experience of what is
yeah.
important. So that's also like how we value. Maybe we can start like the next pricing regarding experience. So you have it. You
Yeah. That I have a whole program, and it's called Value Starts at Hello.
okay?
Right. And it's asking all the smart questions. It's asking high level thought questions, but it's through the lens of coaching and accounting and bookkeeping. But, so so a jeweler, okay, what is the reason for this? Has she ever bought earrings before? What are you looking to do with them? Like there's so much service that you can provide in every industry if you just put forth a little bit more effort. Right. And when you get great customer service, Juanjo, even if it's just hey, thank you for your order, that's a lost art. Right. Or, hey, a little smiley face on the receipt. That's nice. Right. Like it's not all about the money. The money is important, but to justify, okay, a higher price, right? When you walk into that fine dining restaurant, they have all those servers. Your water glass is never empty. They have the people with the crumbs. They pick up the crumbs with the scoopers and stuff. You know where the money is going. You have better plates, better silverware, better food. You're paying for that better experience. That's what people are looking for. They will pay a premium for services and experience that they know are great, and they'll
Yeah.
treat you better.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I want to share. Like when you have this premium, like also all your effort is to make these people, organization, like to feel that they are pleased like kings and queens, like we are here to serve you. But because we
Yeah.
have also all your focus on them, and then in the other, when you're pricing these small amounts of money, like you're going to somebody, you're going to fail because you have a lot of you're very
You,
dispersed, you're looking to everyone, and or you can have it, but you know your capacity is going to be limited, and maybe you're going to
there's
start making
there's
some
no
mistakes.
yeah, and there's no such thing as a $10,000 Ferrari. They
Hmm.
don't
Hmm.
exist. You can't buy a Ferrari for $10,000. There's just so you can't get high quality and cheap. They don't exist, right? So if you want cheap, well, you're going to get probably poor quality and it's going to be fast. If you want that, fine, right? Or are you willing to make the investment in expertise, right? I find it comical if a lawyer is listening to us and a lawyer doesn't want to pay an accountant. It's like, you can't do the accounting. You shouldn't be doing the accounting, and you're nickeling and diming this expert. What, you're an expert. What if I started nickel and diming you, Mr. Lawyer? Right? No, if I pay my lawyer a lot of money, I'm going to do what he says. Right? If I pay my accountant a lot of money, I'm going to do what they say. If I pay my coach, Juanjo, you're my coach, I'm paying you a lot of money. Chances are I'm going to do what you say and try to make it work. If I'm paying you nothing, maybe I won't go to the gym. Maybe I won't do my homework. It's not, the consequences are not big because I'm not fully invested. The more
Yes.
people invest in you, the better they'll treat you, the better your services will be, and the better results they will get.
Yes, and this appreciation also comes about the valuing, because, as you say, if it's something is valuable to us, we will take care. We will look
Right.
around, and we will uh, do in this case of what they say. So I don't know, for thinking about this. Well, it's these final comments. Uh, what will be like that last things, wisdoms that we need to take
Nugget.
from the talk?
Yeah. Um, People ask me, Ron, you're, what does it take to be successful? And I found that it comes down to pretty much one overarching principle. And that is to do what you say you're going to do by when you're going to do it, and do it 3% better than expectations. So if you're a father, a husband, a business owner, a customer, if I say, Juanjo, I'm going to get you this document by 3 o'clock on Friday, I'm going to get it to you a little before 3 o'clock on Friday, and it's going to be a great document. Juanjo, I'm going to pick you up. We're going to go have lunch. I'm going to pick you up for lunch and we're going to go have a good time. Hey, I'll call you back on Thursday. I'm going to call you back on Thursday. Right. And so it's those that don't do what they say they're going to do that loses the organization, that loses the value of what their words mean. And so if you want to be a rock star husband, boyfriend, business owner, employee, do what you say you're going to do by when you're going to do it, and do it 3% better than anybody expects. And you will be a rock star in everything you do.
Obi-Wan Obi-Wan has make his
Thank
wisdom
you.
wisdom
Yeah.
comment. So,
Well, awesome, Mono. Thank you. I
well,
appreciate the opportunity to share. And if anybody, hit me up on social media. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook. Be more than happy to have conversations with people.
yes, and I will share it in the YouTube channel and on the comments. And well, it was also nice to have you here in this other way, because when we talk, we are talking about business, about what's the next point, and well, we also have the social, but we haven't have this talk about sharing thoughts
Yeah.
and enlightenment in this thing. So I'm taking here my notes, and I appreciate that the time that you give it to myself, to us, to all the people that are going to listen, and hope to have you
Awesome.
here in a few months with another
Yeah. I got to
topic.
get to Monterey, you know?
Also, you can go to Mexico, Monterrey,
Yeah.
Cancun. We can pick the place. It
There
will
we
be
go. Spring break.
spring break. Yes, it's next week. So maybe
Awesome.
for the next. So thank you, Ron, really, really for having this conversation. So,